What I want to talk about in this video is a topic that pops up quite a bit. It's how much should you be charging, or how much should you be earning if you're providing close protection services. All I can say is as much as you can possibly get. How much is your time worth? If you're going to hostile areas, hostile environments, how much is your life worth? Now, I've heard too much from too many people, and had conversations with a lot of people over the years that say, okay, they don't charge less than $100 an hour, $150 an hour. This might sound good when they're in Starbucks or at a conference drinking their gluten-free, caffeine-free, non-fat lattes, but in reality, do the math. If you're working with a client 12 to 14 hours a day, $100 an hour, that's $1,400 a day. Times that by 7, times that by 365. You're not going to be earning that money. Very, very, very rarely. If you think that's what you should be earning, I'll say take a look at the pay rates for the guys and girls that was working in Iraq and Afghanistan on PSD details, etc. I had this conversation with somebody once, and they were telling me how much they think they should be earning, again in a coffee shop in South Florida. And I just showed them the ads for what dog handlers were being paid at the time for working the green zone in Iraq, in Baghdad. And I think they were lucky to be seeing I think the jobs were being advertised at something like $275 a day for a dog handler on the front gate at the green zone in Baghdad. So if guys will work for that doing a high risk job, why the hell is a client going to be paying some muppet $1,400 a day just to follow them around? Because this is what happens. As I've said in other videos, people in the close protection business, professionals, are hard to find. We had something, and we'll put this into context, we're now talking US rates, Western European rates. Story comes to mind, we were approached for services in Venezuela years ago where we used to provide services. And we went in with our rates, which were not US rates or Western European rates, but were good. We didn't go in low. Too much for the client. The client wasn't willing to pay our rates. We passed them on to a secondary company, a security guard company. Again, too high. When we asked the client, and this lady owned gas stations up on the border with Venezuela and Colombia, dangerous area, how much she was willing to pay, she told us, well, she could find somebody locally up there for $300 a week. We couldn't, there was no way we could do anything for that money. So, trying to educate her, or trying to tell her, well, you're not going to get decent security, because if the guy's local, the chances are he's with the narcos, he's with the bad guys, they know who he is, he can be intimidated, etc., etc. She wasn't interested, even though I think her father was killed at a heart attack during a kidnapping how many years before. She had to go and check on the business, but she wasn't willing to pay. You need to educate the clients, and if the clients aren't willing to listen, they're not willing to pay, then they're not worth the hassle. Over the years, you can earn good money, but generally the good money is going to be on short-term jobs. On long-term jobs, if nothing's happening, and this happens in all areas of the security business, if nothing is happening, then the clients think, what comes to their mind, comes to the client's mind, comes to their assistant's mind, why are we paying how much money for security if we don't have any problems? And generally when the budget for security is cut, then they start having problems, then they spend money again until the problem's solved and nothing happens, and then they cut the budget. That's the security business. So the short-term jobs, you can charge more. The high-risk jobs, going to dangerous places, you can charge more. I know clients that have been conned big time. And I'll talk about that in another video. By paying exorbitant amounts of money and getting security guards following them around wearing the black suit, white shirt, black tie gig. People playing bodyguards. that usually happens when the clients are afraid and people take advantage of that situation. But I'll talk about that in another video. So I hope that sums up a little bit about pay rates. Get what you can, but keep it real. If you think you're a rock star and you need to be earning big bucks just after walking out of doing a CP course and you got no experience, then whoever's told you you can do that has been lying to you, and you think in your own tiny mind you can do that, you're delusional. So keep it real. I have 3 books online that talk specifically about the close protection business. We have other videos going up on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok. So please check out our other videos. Any questions, feel free to send me a line. If you're connecting me on social media about any relevant topics.